You see, the disease is something else. The disease is that since 19th century, there seems to be a bacteria or a virus or something within Hindus called Reformism, where all this reform is conducted according to Christian lines, according to Christian guidelines, or according to English language. The unfortunate thing is that our judiciary, exceptions of course are there, but our judiciary as a whole is not familiar with Indian languages, let alone Sanskrit or Agam Shastra. They are simply not familiar even with Tamil, even with Telugu, even with Malayalam or Hindi, because they don't understand the definitional terms. You see, you gave the example of going to look for denomination and definition in Oxford English Dictionary. Now, this is sheer ignorance. All you have to do is to see that in India there is a darshana, there is a darshanacharya. Then, according to that darshana, there is the swarupa of a deity which has been evolved according to a certain sampradaya, which is practiced by bhaktas, and it is for the sake of bhaktas that God exists. It is for the sake of those worshippers that God is there in the temple. They have made the temple. Where does the secular state have anything to do with it? You see, it's a matter of principle. The Hindu makes his own God. The Hindu sees the avatar according to his bhakti. This has been there right from the Vedic times. This is the whole tradition. So, if you look at that, there is no question of making a uniform reform for Hinduism. And you see, this is a disease. It started with Chacha Nehru because he made all kinds of reforms for Hindus in the Hindu Marriage Act. And then he finally said, well, I could not do this for my Muslim sisters, I could not do this for another denomination. But that was sheer hypocrisy. You don't want to do it. You only want to reform Hindus because you want to plunder their wealth, you want to take away their money when you have no right to do so. I think Hindus have to speak out, ask this question from the politicians and from the political class. And unless we are loud and clear and argumentative, we will not be able to solve our problems. As you have said, that it is deliberate that the courts don't take up the matters, that they don't give time for hearing. Otherwise, it can be certainly disposed of in a week or so.